TJ Miller was once one of the busiest actors in Hollywood, but then something happened. Where is he now, and what happened to his formerly promising career? In 2016, TJ Miller's increasingly erratic behavior led to him getting in trouble with the law. The actor was arrested after allegedly assaulting an Uber driver by slapping him on the head following an argument over then-President-elect Donald Trump. The driver claimed Miller was trying to get high on whippets during the encounter. Miller reached a settlement with the man in 2018. The following year, Miller and his wife, Kate Gorney, were kicked out of a casino in Monte Cristo. The actor said staff felt he was being too aggressive.
Ask me what 9 times F is. It's 75.
In 2017, Miller and HBO announced he was leaving Silicon Valley, after which The Hollywood Reporter linked the actor's alcohol and substance abuse issues to his departure. The show's co-creator, Mike Judge, said, "It was kind of becoming clear that he didn't want to do the show anymore, but we wanted to leave it so that there would be an opportunity to come back at some point." Miller told the publication that HBO wanted him back for a few episodes of Silicon Valley Season 5, but he opted to leave to pursue other endeavors. In 2017, TJ Miller was accused of sexual assault. The Daily Beast reported on a 2001 incident at George Washington University, where a woman, using the alias Sarah, alleged Miller punched her in the mouth during sex and was also abusive during other encounters. Sarah shared, "I have spent a lot of time in my life apologizing for not having shouted no, and for not having told my roommates to get him out of here. I was not ready to reconcile the events taking place with the person I'd known. It was so disorienting and so physically traumatic." She added that Miller did not receive any disciplinary action before he graduated in 2003.
I regret nothing.
In response to the allegations, Miller made a statement on Instagram claiming that Sarah originally made allegations once his relationship with his wife-to-be became public, adding, "Sadly, she is now using the current climate to bandwagon and launch these false accusations again. It is unfortunate that she is choosing this route as it undermines the important movement to make women feel safe coming forward about legitimate claims against real known predators." In 2019, he called the accuser a stalker who wanted to steal his wife's life. Following the accusations, Miller was dropped from the cast of How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, where he voiced Tough Nut, although director Dean DeBlois said he did not make the decision to recast Miller. In April 2018, Miller called in a bomb threat while on an Amtrak train. According to police reports, he dialed 911 as he was traveling from Washington to New York City, telling responders a woman had a bomb in her bag, which turned out not to be true. Officers suspected Miller of being drunk and argumentative, and the actor's call led to the evacuation of an entirely different train than the one he was on. Miller's Silicon Valley co-star Alice Wetterland condemned Miller's rehabilitation in the public eye. She sarcastically wrote on X, formerly known as Twitter, "Yes, it is definitely time to rehabilitate TJ Miller's career. We can't afford to lose talent at a time like this. We need more, not less comedic hijinks, such as calling in a fake bomb threat." Additionally, Wetterland called out Miller's, quote, "petulant brat behavior," while saying her fellow cast members enabled his bullying. Miller denied being a bully and alleged she was the one who was difficult to work with. In 2021, the charges against Miller were dropped, as the neurological impact of prior brain surgery, where a piece of his frontal lobe was removed, led to doubt about his actual intent. As part of the case being dismissed, Miller agreed to pay full restitution for the cost of the fake 911 call. Miller isn't returning as Weasel in Deadpool and Wolverine, and it's really no surprise given his biting comments against co-star Ryan Reynolds.
You look like an avocado. Had sex with an older, more disgusting avocado. Yeah.
In an interview on The Adam Carolla Show, Miller had more strong feelings about working with Reynolds, alleging his Deadpool co-star was insecure and acted mean on set while in character.
He was like, "You know what's great about you, Weasel? You're not the star. You do just enough exposition that it's funny, and then we can leave and get back to the real movie."
So he's riffed.
On the Help with Natalie Cuomo podcast, he further alleged that Reynolds changed after he got increasingly famous in between each Deadpool film, claiming that things got really weird between them.
Would I work with him again? No.
The comments blew up online, which led to Miller apologizing on Jim Norton and Sam Roberts, claiming that he wasn't thinking about what he was saying and that his beef with his co-star was a misunderstanding. According to Miller, he cleared the air with Reynolds over any on-set conflicts when Reynolds reportedly emailed him. Miller went on to say, "It was very cool for him to say, 'Hey, you know, I just heard on the show that you were upset about this.' And I kind of said, 'You know I'm not.' and then we sort of just hashed it out really quickly.
Go with you, but I don't want to.
Miller's last official acting credit was a 2021 voice role in F is for Family. In 2023, Deadline reported he was voicing a character in the Web3 animated comedy inspired by Sam Bankman-Fried's FTX crypto collapse. But the series hasn't been released, nor have there been any recent updates. Besides that, he toured the country, releasing several stand-up bits and specials on his YouTube channel. Miller remains active on X, where he continually plugs cryptocurrency, including his pro-NFT comedy specials.
It is good to be in an unstable and unsafe place.
It's hard to argue that Miller's downfall isn't mostly self-inflicted. His unpredictable career trajectory saw him reach considerable highs with major roles in big movie franchises. But as a result of his own actions and a variety of allegations regarding his behavior, it's unlikely he'll reach those same heights again without some major career rehabilitation. If you or anyone you know has been a victim of sexual assault, help is available. Visit the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network website or contact RAIN's National Helpline at 1-800-656-HOPE 4673.